Here we go. Hello, everybody. Today we have Divya Parekh in the house, and Divya Parekh is a four-time #1 international best-selling author. She's an international speaker, business leadership advisor, and book writing muse who has had great success with leaders, entrepreneurs, and aspiring authors. Divya's books and strategies have been endorsed by the likes of Brian Tracy, Marshall Goldsmith, Kevin Harrington, who's in the Shark Tank, James Malinchuk, if you remember him from ABC's Secret Millionaire, Cherry Nguyen, who's a two-time Olympian, and many, many more. So whether Divya is speaking, advising corporate clients, coaching business owners, or helping authors to write their books and get published, she has a message that is essential to bringing success to anyone. And that message has 5 tenets. So #1, hello Divya, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
So I was talking about the 5 tenets you had in your message, and they are servant leadership. #2 is collaboration, not competition. 3 is build relationships that matter. And 4, mindfulness works everywhere. And 5 is ignite yourself. Is this true?
Yes, that is true.
So tell us about your message, and we'd love to know about the books you've written and how these messages were, spread all throughout the books that you've written.
Oh, great question, Divya. First of all, thank you for having me on your webinar. And what I want to share is that each and every one of us is so unique, and we have hidden genius within us. And the key is that it's important to reveal that hidden genius and then give it a form of a message. Because when you have honed your message and when you share it with people, regardless whether they're your clients, whether they're organizations, whether they're partners, your family, it has an impact. And what I've found is that whenever I've written a book, it is that I'm sharing a piece of my soul, because when you write a book, you know that it's going to be out there forever. It's going to be out there for somebody's scrutiny. Yeah. And there's always that little doubt and little fear. But the thing is that every single book makes you grow, makes you get finesse, and it's a transition from becoming an authority from an expert.
Yes, definitely. How many books have you written, Divya?
I have written, gosh, I've lost count of it, probably 11 to 12 books.
Wow, 12
and I'm
books.
working on my next one.
Wow, so that's amazing. Why did you write so many books? Because I'm sure you're trying to get your message across here. Why did you need to write so many books to get your message across?
Okay, so that's a great question, Divya. The thing is that you can capture everything that you know in one book, and all it does is, so that's how I was thinking about it. I was thinking of writing one big giant book, and as I was working through it and as I was getting opinions of alpha readers and beta readers, these were my prospective clients. What they said was it is very confusing, and even encyclopedia is broken into different sections. Mm-hmm. The message is there, but the thing is, it's possible you may be an authority in different areas. So for example, leadership is a big umbrella. Yeah. I'm a business leadership coach. Mm-hmm. That said, the critical thinking is different from leadership and influence. Mm-hmm. Similarly, mindfulness is different from emotional intelligence. And that was the reason I wrote so many books. Mm-hmm. Is to clear a very distant and clear message.
Yeah, amazing. And can you talk to us about your messages in your books?
Yeah, and additionally, what I want to share is that it really helps to have a very succinctly designed book that is geared toward your business, because it helps create an author brand. It helps to create a business brand. And then when your business and is very specific. It's very, very helpful to go out there and get clients, because I'll tell you, my current business runs on my books. My
Mm-hmm.
books are the portal to success as well as to my client success.
It's amazing that you say that, Divya, because like, and we are in a digital era now, and like you're mentioning how books are important to bringing in your clients. Some people are thinking that books have become a subject of the past. So can you like explain more on how your books are helping you bring in more clients?
Dua, you broke up. Would you be okay to repeat that question, please?
Yes, because like the thing is that you were mentioning that your books are helping you with with bringing in more clients and build awareness of your personal brand. Can you explain more on that? Because like when I speak to people, to coaches, some of them just tell me that the books have become a subject of the past. I mean, they don't need books in this digital era. So can you explain more to us how come books are helping you with bringing in more clients and creating and building your personal brand?
Absolutely. For example, let me share with you is, especially if you're a consultant and if you are thinking of submitting a proposal to an organization, or if you're thinking of submitting a proposal to a client, now you can sit and write a long proposal. And what's happening is the decision makers in the organization or in the small company or even a client, they are comparing your proposal with the proposals of other consultants and coaches and trainers.
Yeah.
Now, what you do, along with your proposal, you send in your book exactly that is relevant to the message that you're trying to share or to
Mm-hmm.
your training. So, for example, I'm going to share. I was doing a training on emotional intelligence with a small firm, a firm of 50 people. And when I sent in my proposal, what I did was I sent my book as well that talked about emotional intelligence. And then those people shared with me that they had approximately 10 to 12 proposals on the table. But because my book went into detail, my book gave them the full introduction and insight into how I ran my products, how I ran my services, how I ran my coaching programs.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that a decision was no brainer. So
Yeah.
what book is one of the best business cards you can have. Think about it. This is a business card. Let's say if you are in a networking meeting, I'm going to share a couple of other strategies with you. So one of my clients took the books they had written, and then they are sitting in a networking meeting. And usually you don't meet that many authors, especially best-selling authors. Her
Yeah.
book had a bestseller seal, and now she's sitting in this meeting. And as they're going around, she had a stack of books with her. So when she got connected with key people that she thought that these people might become good partners in future, or these people may become good resources, regardless of word of mouth referrals, or these people could be potential clients. So what she did was she put in her contact information and gave them her book. And then what she found was that yes, you $4 or $5 per book, but you're not giving away books to each and every single person. She got a $3,000 contract with a client just by giving a book. And this was
Yeah.
after $15 worth of books.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. It's amazing. Makes
Yeah, and
sense.
I could go on and on how you can get the clients from using the books.
You just capture attention when you're there with your book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that you're not only a best-selling author with all of these books in the stores. Of course, you have a great reputation in helping other people, especially coaches and trainers, and help and in writing their own books and like helping them getting their messages across too. So, like, can you share with us some of the issues that your clients have faced while they're trying to, wrap up their book?
Oh, absolutely. And writing a book is different from writing an article or writing a blog post. It's about bringing your message together. It's bringing your ideas, expertise, your knowledge, research together in such a framework that it becomes your brand.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is that when you're putting out there, so many authors have faced that, oh, I'm not a good writer. I can't write a book. Oh, I do not have enough time. I can write it. Oh, what if somebody rejects me? Oh, I don't know where to begin. Oh, I don't know anything about publishing or editing or how to take my book to bestseller. I don't know anything about launch. This is all so daunting. Oh, I will get stuck. I've started to write the book since a couple of years, but I've not written a book. I'm just get stuck. I get this writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
And so my clients have faced those issues while they were writing a book on their own
Mm-hmm.
without having a coach by their side.
Okay. And you being a coach by their side, how did you facilitate and make it easier for them to be able to, cross over this whatever image that they have about themselves, that they're not good writers, or that they will not be able to eventually finish their books on their own? How did you do that?
So, Dua, ultimately, everything comes down to our relationship with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, because I'm a business leadership coach, I coach people on the business side as well as the leadership side, especially coming from a corporate background. So I have the understanding, what does it take to create a brand? I have the understanding, what are the issues that we face, because not only I have faced these issues while writing a book, I have helped so many different clients get over it. So the reason we face all that is because it can be very, very cumbersome. It can be very daunting. So the way we work together is that we are a partner,
Yeah.
and we design it in such a way that it becomes a customized program. And also, regardless of whether if I'm working with them together or whether I have designed the intervention book coaching program, is that I'm there by their side. They know that they do not have to hold my hand every step of the way.
Mm-hmm.
They can reach out to me whenever they need, and then the rest of the program they can do it on their own.
So your secret recipe here is the personal relationship that you create with your clients. This is how your program, clicks.
Yes,
Yeah, I
you.
see. Can you tell us
Yep.
more about the intervention book coaching program? Because sometimes people think this is a brand new concept. Some of the coaches I've spoken with, they have no idea about what is intervention coaching and how does it work with helping them in finishing their books.
Oh, absolutely. So intervention coaching is something that is brand new, because usually what happens is, let's talk about the two types of coaching that goes on today. So either you have one-on-one coaching where you may sign up with a coach for 6 months or for 12 months. And usually what you're doing is you're meeting them personally,
Mhm.
face to face, or you're meeting them over the phone, or you're meeting them through Zoom, or you're meeting them through Skype. And then what's happening is that usually if you have signed up for the 6 month or a year program, you have timings that
Yeah.
meet twice a month, meeting 3 times a month, or meeting 4 times a month. And then sometimes what happens is that life happens. There may be things like, it could be something as simple as that, your mom is sick and you got to take care of her, or it happens that, you're not in the best place, or your kid may be in high
Yep.
school, or you're just are having a baby,
Yeah.
or are changing jobs. What happens is that even though you're coaching, you're totally not into the program. Now you've paid for the program,
Hmm. Yeah.
you may be able to extend it out, but there is this stress of completing the program or trying to make the best of it.
Yeah.
So what happens is you don't get the full returns on it. Now, the reason we design, like I and my team designed this intervention coaching program, is that you have the videos, you go ahead and do it at your own pace. But at the same time, let's say if you have this burning desire of finishing your book within 3 months, if you have this resolution for 2018 that I'm going to write a book within the next 3 months or 5 months or 6 months, and I'm going to use it to accelerate my business and create a springboard to
Yeah.
leap off and make 2018 a rocking year.
Yeah.
Our team is available. Our team is standing by. So basically, whenever they need us, they reach out to us. They can schedule sessions based upon the desire, based upon their need. And what happens is we show up
Yeah.
and
Yep.
help them, and we keep the momentum going. So the best part is that the momentum doesn't stop.
Yeah. So and that's why you have the term intervention in your, I mean, in the I mean, you name your program intervention book coaching. That's why you're using the word intervention here, because like you just intervene with your team, or your team intervenes whenever your client like shouts out for help.
That's right. And it's not
Gotcha.
about I going and taking over. Let me definitely make that very, very clear. It's not by any means taking over somebody's thought processes. It's a partnership. It's
Yeah.
about the relationship. As you said, secret sauce to my success and the secret sauce to my client success is that we are invested in each other. We are invested in the client's success. We want the clients to succeed.
Gotcha. So like you're actually saying yeah, your clients can actually finish their books within 3 months if they follow this series of videos.
Oh, absolutely. And actually, I've had success with several different clients, as I'm sure, Dua, you have seen all the testimonials.
Yeah,
Several of clients have
sure.
finished within 3 months. The
Yeah,
key
we
is
had that too. Hello? I
yeah,
you've been breaking up here, Divya, that you were mentioning that the key thing is.
yeah. The key thing is to have that solid partnership. The
Yeah.
key is to follow the process. And when you follow the process and have this partnership with us, with our team,
Yeah.
you will succeed. There is no doubt about it because we are invested in your success.
Yeah. Like, how many interventions would you expect an average author? I mean, an author with average writing skills, or like an author who's been, I mean, on the first time writing their book to ask for, like, on average, how many interventions would you think they would need in order to actually successfully complete their books within 3 months?
Well, here's what I'll tell you, because each and every one of us is so unique. There are some authors who have just got by with maybe 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
coaching sessions, and then some have needed a whole lot more. So it depends on your passion, it depends on your knowledge, it depends on your writing style, and of
Yeah.
course, it depends on your commitment.
Can you share with us like a couple of examples of how this program works, has actually worked with your clients?
Oh, absolutely. So basically, if you would be okay and share a couple of videos. So what happens is there are 7 different modules. So the first module shows you, module 0, how to get started. And then every module walks you through the steps. And along with it is a companion guide that shows what you need to do. And these are short and simple videos. And because they're videos, I'm right there step by step with you. And what you do is you follow through it and work through the process, and it will help you not only get started, but it will also help you move forward and write your book.
Wow. I've got the videos that you're talking about, Divya. Would you like me to play parts of these videos?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to share a part of it, and then
Yeah,
it
let's share. Yeah, let's share with our audience parts of the video so they can imagine, you know, like what they're going to be having in their hands. So
Oh, absolutely.
for example, here, let's jump to here, for example. Yep. So
in your life,
this is your first one.
as you get clear on your vision for yourself in your book, belief in yourself, then you get clear on what is it you really want from the book and how the book is going to help you and others. You become more confident, believe that you can achieve the authorship. If you can believe it, then you can finish your book. A clearer sense of direction. Once you know where you're going, it's easy to decide if a suggested action will take you closer to or further away from that place. More options. New opportunities.
Oh,
will
so these
become
are the
available.
steps. So these are the steps, Divya, that you're walking people through to get started and to build their vision while planning in their heads how they're going to be using these videos and actually turning the ideas in their heads into an actual book.
Absolutely. And the idea is that, you know, that we address each and every aspect. A lot of people think that, oh, I'm going to schedule the book writing on my calendar and I'm done. The key is, as we talked about, it's about the mindset. We talked about the fears. And that's one of the key things. What happens is, I mean, every single time I sit and write a book, I get into the same place. I get fearful. And then I'll say, okay, let me follow my process. And so many of my clients will say the same thing, that it's important to bring that mindset aspect, the visualization aspect, so that when you're writing a book and you are totally engaged with your mind, what happens is you're able to create the best material that's out there. You're able to give your message. You're able to make your message a movement.
Yeah, gotcha. Can we show a little bit of another module? For example, writing the writing plan in action video.
Oh, absolutely.
So people get a taster of how they will be able to.
Hello and welcome. This is
So,
Divya Parekh.
for
Chapter
example,
done. The ideas, like 7 point is a section that often. It's important to understand chapters and subpoints. As you start writing your chapters, reference your mind map often. Generally, a chapter focuses on one main point, and each chapter has subpoints. Each subpoint is a section that explains and supports the point you're making. For example, if a chapter covers separate but related ideas, like 7 causes of stress, then the subpoints are those 7 causes. And whenever you're introducing a new chapter or a subsection, then this is a transition point in your book that
wow, now you're helping people to actually define what is a chapter, what each chapter needs to be broken down into, and you're highlighting how they will come up with the titles of these subpoints.
Absolutely, you got it. And then similarly, if you take a look at the companion guide, and it tells you, it walks you step by step on not like reading your outlines, but gives you in details as to how you can write your chapter and how you're even looking at the themes.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it a whole lot easier than just having a video and then trying to figure out, okay, we have had the mindset piece now. What's the next piece? How we are going to go forward and how is everything going to play out? So what happens is, like, you know, we have designed everything step by step, very methodically. It assists you to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, and that's why I've got your chapters, sorted that way. So like module 0 video is getting them started. And then module 1 that we've seen a bit of is like about their vision. And then 2 is your message empowered by you. And then 3 is plan what you write. And then we go to module 4, which is organize the outline and structure. And module 5 is about writing plan in action. This is the one that we've seen a bit of, where you were helping them understand like how to break down a chapter. And then module 6 is publish your book. And module 7 is, and this is the last one, is market your book. Oh, that's an interesting, I mean, all of them are actually moving in a sequence which is like very smooth. Module 7 is very interesting, I'm sure, to a lot of people. Can we be a little bit greedy and watch a bit of that video also, Divya?
Sure.
Thanks. So let us just go to module 7, have a peek there.
Hello and
Let's
welcome.
go to...
This is Divya Parekh. In this course, we efforts is much higher our consulting job. But when you use the book as a business tool, you can make $1,000 from one client. You can get a paid speaking gig or consulting job with an organization or leads for your business when your book is the business tool. So the return on investment on time and efforts is much higher when you aim to use the book as a marketing tool rather than use the book as a money-making tool. Hence, in this course, we will be focusing on how to use your book as a brand positioning and a business marketing tool. You can market the book yourself.
Wow. Can you talk to us a little bit about that, Divya? I can see here a screen. There's a very interesting screen that you had here, which is about money-making tool in terms of self-publishing, publisher, and clients. Can you give us like more insight on that part of the program?
Oh, absolutely. So basically what we are talking about is how to use book as your marketing tool. And a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to use the book, get royalties, and then I will retire for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
However, I just want to clarify something that, okay, let's say if you are self-publishing your book, to make $1,000, you have to sell 200 units, depending on the thing. Now, if you use that book to go in, like, let's say 2 to 3 networking meetings, 2 hours of your time, and then you one client, even if it's for $1,000, so one book has given you the gateway to connecting with the client. It gives you the roadmap to get speaking engagement. It gets you the roadmap to get into organizations. So that's where the essence of the book lies. It's how you use it. It's about using the book very strategically and creating strategic alliances with other people through the use of your book.
Wow. So it's not just it's not just a matter of branding only, it's branding plus bringing in more money, in simple words.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
And if you want to look at the publisher, we did show that piece. I just want to touch base upon that is that, yes, you can go to a traditional publisher.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, unless you have a large following, the publishers, we will not accept your book.
Yeah.
Because there is this whole thinking that the publisher is going to be marketing your book. That's not the case.
Wow.
It is up to you to market the book. And how to use it.
Yeah. So it's not as many people expect. The publisher will not help them actually market their book. It's going to be a it's a self-dependent effort with all of the costs incurred.
Yeah, and it's not easy to get into a publishing house. You have to hire a literary agent. Then you not only have to spend thousands of dollars to create a proposal, to see what's needed to get into the publishing houses. But what they do is they take control over your book. They take control over your content. They may say, oh, okay, you've written the book this way. No, you got to write this way. And then, of course, the royalties are usually only 10 to 15%. Whereas if they work with us, we are a small publishing house that will help them take their book published through self-publishing. But we do everything on the back end. We help them from editing, getting a really good book title and taking the book to the bestseller, format it, and how to get it shaped for the business, how to brand your business. And then do we keep any royalties? No, we don't keep any royalties. Whatever Amazon or Ingram Spark or any other publishing medium that we share with you decide to choose for, they take that royalties and everything else remains with you. You have full control of your book and your material at all times.
Yeah, so we offer them massive help with the marketing and the publishing. while providing all of the services they need to, as if it was like self-publishing, self-marketing, self-everything. We're
Right.
just back office to them, which is helping them basically.
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. Can we have a look, Divya, at a little peek on your companion guide that's going to help walk them through and tell us, like in briefly about the companion guide?
It's a great idea.
All right, here it is. So it's mobilize. Here it is, mobilizing your message. It's
Yeah, so basically, the main theme is make your message a movement. And under the make your message a movement, this program is get your message going. Give it wings. Let it fly. It's important. And that's why I have the picture of a runner on that it's time for you to uplift yourself. It's time for you to take yourself to the next level and get this year to the right start.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So how are they?
And as it is, you will see guide walks you. Yeah, there's companion guide for each and every single module.
Can see some questions there.
Yep. And it helps you get clarity as to where you're going and what type of book you want to write and how it helps you move forward.
Is it going to help them like pace and actually move the ideas from the thinking, state to the writing state, written state?
Absolutely. It's going to help them create the vision board. And as the vision board is created, so for example, we help them inspire themselves. So it's just about taking the ideas from the brain and putting it down on the paper. It's about enjoying the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So how would they know, Divya, where they stand at before they start writing their book? Like, how would you know, or how would they know how much level of effort they need to put into this in order to get in order to take off with their book? Like, do you use a kind of assessment, or are you assessing them, your clients, before they get started?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that, please?
Absolutely. So the thing is, right, as we talked about, that what are the problems that my clients have faced? Because there's a new study that has shown that only 8% of people achieve their New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
81% of people want to write the book, but only few percent of people end up writing the book. So let's tie these two things together.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about New Year's resolutions as well as writing book. So both of the things are very much going together. They go hand in hand. What they're showing us that if only 8% of people are able to achieve the New Year's resolutions, if only a few percentage of people are able to write the books, what's the reasoning behind that 92% of people fail to achieve the New Year's resolution?
Bummer.
It's about mindset. It's about what is stopping you. It's about those motivators that may help you succeed. It's about those motivators that may stop you from succeeding and doing behaviors that come in your way.
Yeah.
What we do is we are so committed to our audience's success that we are offering them a $50 value assessment for free if they sign up within the next 48 hours of this webinar. So
wow, that's the bonus of the day. Can you say that again, Divya?
Yes, absolutely. If you show the section of the assessment, I can talk about it, and then I'll share what is the bonus that's going to be.
Can you be like generous enough and add in the 20 minutes too, so you can give them $100 value instead of 50?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Wow, that's very generous of you. Thanks. So here's the assessment. This is like a part of the assessment. Can you please explain to people about if they sign up within 48 hours, bonus that they get?
Yes, so the bonus is, like as we were talking about, the best part about this assessment is it tells you about your motivators. It tells you what stops you, what helps you to succeed. So it's like these are the things that can help you or hurt you. So motivators will propel you to action. Now you may say, okay, how does this disc work? So if you could show the disc assessment, so what we are talking about is that there are tons and tons of websites that will give you disc assessment. However, as you see over here, the assessment that we give you is a combination of disc assessment and the motivators. And now what is happening is not only you know
Yeah.
the portion how, the attitudes will give you the why. Why are you behaving the way you're behaving? Why are you not able to achieve success? Why you cannot skyrocket your business? Why?
Yeah.
So now
Gotcha.
how
It's
powerful that is
amazing.
if you take that into consideration. And then as you mentioned that we are going to give them that 20 minutes of debriefing where I'll share with them those powerful strategies.
Thank you, Divya. This is like really generous of you. So like to wrap up, because like we're running in the last minute right now. So you'll be giving everybody who will sign up for or who will purchase the intervention book coaching videos $100 worth of assessment, the disc assessment that you were talking about, plus 20-minute debriefing, direct debriefing with them to explain to them why they are stuck and how they can be unstuck and get on with this book.
Yes, and it's not only with the book, and as we go through the motivators, it will help them in every aspect of their life, not only the personal life but also in the business life.
Thank you so much, Divya. It's been such a pleasure to host you today, and everybody who has not attended the webinar and was looking forward to, we were going to be sending a recording to you guys, just in case you want to share it with anybody who's waiting to get their book out. And we'll add in all of the great bonuses that Divya, thank you so much for this, Divya. Divya has given us for 48 hours. And I've got some questions for some participants, Divya, but like I got their emails as well. So I will be sending them to you, maybe adding them to the FAQ section in our website. And do you have anything else to add, or like, a final greeter for people who are with us before we end this session?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joelle, for having me on your platform. Really appreciate it. And always, it's a pleasure talking to you. And audience, I'll tell you, listeners, I'll share one thing with you. Writing a book is so special. Writing a book is something that will help you catapult your business. And the evidence of that is myself. I keep on writing books because I just love it. Not only I grow personally, not only I'm able to share my message and impact so many people, at the same time, I'm able to help other people grow their business. And that is the best part. And I want to share one thing. A portion of the profits from my book sales goes to Kiva, which is a non-profit organization. And I want to share that past year, because of my clients and because of me, we were able to help 45 entrepreneurs across the globe.
Wow.
So, yes, and the book is just not a tool to business growing. It's just not a tool to get you personally growing. It's a tool to help others.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Divya, for this beautiful message that you got across today, and helping people and coaches and supporting them to grow their businesses in effective ways. I'm sure we'll be hosting with you more sessions next month and the following and so on. This is Divya Parekh, everybody, and we'll be back soon. And Doa Dorwish, see you in the next webinar.